hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today I want to talk to you guys about what is inevitably being set up as a major showdown in the Boruto manga. So for the anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a majority of the videos, if not all of the videos this week, are going to be spoiler heavy content. So I thank you for your support. Over 80% of the content on the channel is spoiler free. I know a lot of you guys are stuck at home right now, so as a free plug, I'll definitely say make sure you check out the Boruto manga, and if you want to check out the manga and do so in a way that helps support the channel, I'll leave links down in the description box for you guys to do that. Now is a really good time to get caught up on the manga, because the manga is absolutely pushing stuff that you see in the Boruto opening. That's all I'm gonna say. But with that being said, if you're still here, then I'm gonna assume you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So as I was looking at the Boruto chapter, the first thing that really stood out to me is the obvious baiting and the obvious groundwork that they're laying for Sasuke Uchiha versus Code. I think the very first sign that we got that Sasuke was inevitably going to be the one who fights Code is the fact that Code, when he's speaking to Jigen, Code asked about Boro, whether or not Boro had arrived at his assignment, which we all know was to protect Naruto, to keep Naruto from being taken back to Konoha. They're unaware of the fact that Naruto's been unsealed. And Jigen gets to the point where he's like, okay, that probably happened. That means Sasuke probably stepped in, and he tells Code to make sure he's on guard. Now, we do know that Kashin Koji is confronting Jigen. We also know that Amado knows that Code is guarding the Ten Tails. So what better way to give Sasuke Uchiha his moment to shine in the Boruto manga than to have that moment where Amado lays out the strengths and weaknesses of Code, and Sasuke, prepped with information as well as prep time, goes into that dimension and fights Code. I think that that is something that is very likely going to happen, because as we all know, he's guarding the Ten Tails. If you go by the Boruto manga, the thing that we know is that the Otsutsuki clan take the Ten Tails and they plant inside the earth, and they use that as a way to actually grow the God tree. And we know that Sasuke doesn't want something like that to happen. We also know that this Ten Tails is going to be a different version than the one Naruto and Sasuke fought 16 years ago in the timeline, since we're now 16 years removed from the Fourth Great Ninja War. I think that this could be a really good moment right here. And the one thing that I think that the Boruto manga could use is putting Naruto and Sasuke a little closer in the forefront. Like we saw it when you had Naruto versus Delta. We saw that with Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen. They sprinkle it in and out, but when you just look at one of the core things that they did in the Naruto manga, I know this is Boruto, I know somebody's gonna kill me in the comment section for even suggesting this. I just ask that you wait for a second. So one of the things they did in the original Naruto manga is that you usually had Naruto take on a heavy boss, and then later on Sasuke would get one, and they would kind of parallel one another. And in this case, both of them are seen as Hokage. Naruto's a Hokage, and then Sasuke is acknowledged by many as being the Hokage from the shadows. What better way to have Naruto take on Delta and then have Sasuke turn around and take on Code? That way both of these Kage have had a chance to fight against one of the members of Kara, much in the same way that you would have gotten in the Naruto manga. Now the thing is I don't think that by focusing on Sasuke for a few fights against Code will pull away from Boruto Uzumaki as a character, because the thing is you can still tell the story of Boruto and give some moments to his mentor and have that be something that's used for Boruto's character development. It really just comes down to how you actually write that fight. I don't think Boruto needs to actually be there, but I think that Sasuke going out to face that unknown threat like that, and to have Boruto be made aware of the fact that Sasuke is dealing with some cataclysmic level difficulties, because you have a fucking Ten Tails over there and you have somebody that's strong enough to guard it. It's gonna let Boruto know more so about what he's getting himself into when Boruto talks about being the Shadow Hokage. And also when it comes to Sasuke versus Code, the other reason why I think that they need to go this direction is they're clearly hyping Code up. They're clearly hyping this guy up, because let's be real for a second, Boro was boring as hell. Code, on top of the design Code, when you look at his interactions with Delta, it looks like Code has a bit of a personality on him, and the fact that Jigen is actually trusting him with the most important thing when it comes to Jigen's plan, I definitely think that that's implying a level of strength when it comes to the character of Code. So I think that having Sasuke face off with somebody like that, let's say Code has a space-time ninjutsu like a lot of people suspect, let's say that's actually the case. What better way to give Sasuke the fight that Sasuke deserves in this series than to have Sasuke fight against somebody who is a space-time ninjutsu user? That would be really good, because when you really think about it, Sasuke was better equipped to fight against Boro because his Sharingan could have actually tracked the particles and everything for the nanomachines that he was using for his poison. What if we have something where Code, when you look at his abilities, they're designed to specifically counter Sasuke, or they have moves that allow him to counter Sasuke? That puts Sasuke in a great disadvantage, but because of how skilled Sasuke is, I definitely think that that could be a great opportunity for us to allow Sasuke to do some casual flexing, because the fact of the matter is that you have Naruto as a major chakra powerhouse, okay? Naruto's a chakra powerhouse, whereas Sasuke's just skilled as hell. I think a lot of people forget how skilled Sasuke is. For as big of an advantage as Naruto has in terms of destructive power and raw power, Sasuke matches that with this intellect and with this skill. And a great way to kind of provide an example of that is if you go back to the end of the Fourth Great Ninja War, even Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths himself, was impressed with the fact that Sasuke put all 9 Biju under a Genjutsu simultaneously, and then when the Kyuubi watched Sasuke drag all of the Chibaku Tensei that the 9 Biju were trapped in across 2 countries, and then use his perfect Susanoo as a conduit to draw on the chakra of the Biju to form Angel's Arrow. When that was happening, the Nine Tails inside of Naruto was saying that that is some Sage of Six Paths level shit. So Sasuke is clearly skilled enough to take on Code, but I think that this needs to be a time where we actually see Sasuke cut loose, because he doesn't have to worry about blowing up the village like Naruto did when he fought Delta. Sasuke would be in a situation where the only thing Sasuke has to worry about is preserving enough of his chakra to where he can actually teleport himself out of there. So I think that that could be something that works. And if you want to further put the scales in a situation where Sasuke is having to watch how much power he puts out, you can put in the fact that maybe if you use too much chakra around the Ten Tails that you accidentally free it. That's something Sasuke wouldn't want to do. However, I do think that this could be something to where if Sasuke is just that much more powerful than Code, you introduce those 2 elements and it gives you a situation where Sasuke's fighting just like Naruto was, where Naruto's in complete control of the fight, but he needed to have a way to end the fight to where it doesn't put the bigger situation at risk. So I really want to know from you guys, how excited are you for the possibility of a space-time ninjutsu battle between Sasuke and Code? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.